This is my VR to Will Patriot on a video he did a couple weeks ago. Where do you stand? Where do I stand, rather? The question was, from him to everybody else. So, where do I stand? There's so many different things to take a stand on. It can get real confusing. I stand for the United States of America. That's one thing I do stand. Do I think our government is broken? Big time. Do I think the government is our country? No. Do I think we can blame the government for being as messed up as it is? No. It's we have the only form of government like what we have. It required an active participation by its citizens. And with each generation, we sought for ways to be less and less involved in governing ourselves. So now we've got what we got. Now, as far as the Bill of Rights, I stand on that they are inalienable. That means they can't be taken away. That means they're rights that cannot be stripped away from a person. A person has the right to speak freely. A person has the right to keep and bear arms. Just for the record, when it says keep and bear, it means you can keep them and you can bear them. That means you can use them. You have rights. It goes on and on and on. Need to know them all. I'm not going to sit here and spew them all. The one that was supposed to have a few what ifs was the freedom of the press, because they're not supposed to spew lies and manufacture stories, and they're not supposed to try to direct the country into a specific path. They're just supposed to report on the news. They're supposed to tell the story, the truth, the whole truth. They're supposed to be unbiased. That doesn't always work out, does it? I believe that because we have the Bill of Rights and we have the power of the vote, whether you believe the vote does any good at all, if you're not going to vote, this is where you ask where I stand. If you're not going to vote, then you have voluntarily given up your rights. You're supposed to vote for the person you want in office. If there's nobody running locally that you want to vote for, find somebody you would vote for and talk them into running. That's the way it works. And that's how you change it. You don't change the government from the top down. You change it from the bottom up. The people in the ivory tower, if we're not filling the buckets and sending them food and water, they have to come down. It's just the way it is. I believe there's one God. He is the God depicted in the Holy Bible. I believe He sent His Son to die for us. I believe He defeated death. And I believe that those who choose to live right in His name, not just call on His name, but live right in His name, get to go back to heaven. Nobody else does. Don't care how hard you pray for them. What else do I stand on? If our government refuses to hear our voices, then we have the right, and it's not just a right, we have the duty as America, as citizens of the Republic of the United States. We have the duty. But if we desire no longer to be citizens of the United States, it's different. We have to want to remain loyal to our country. You can't call yourself a patriot if you want to tear the country to the ground. A patriot to what? As broken as our country is, it's our country. And it's still, the fact that we're being attacked from every side and within should tell you just how good a country it is. Because it is the United States of America, I can make this video. Because it's the United States of America, you can go in the comments and bash me for my views. Nobody will get to see them because it's America and it's my channel and I don't have to let people read your stuff. But feel free to make a video and put it on your own channel. Because it's America. I don't have to let you bash me in my own house. The bear arms thing, it's not just in defense of my body. And they're inalienable. That's something else. So this causes division between me and a few folks. If you've committed a crime and you're put in jail, while you're in jail, there's certain rights you don't get. Like you can't have your gun in there. You can't vote while you're in there. You kind of have to take a break. After your sentence is over with, you get to vote. You can get your guns back. You're no longer being penalized. You're back to being a free citizen. Oh, guys, gals, ladies, gentlemen. If you're on probation or parole, you're not a free citizen. You are the property of the penal system, whatever state. You got caught, you got sentenced. Until your sentence is done, you're not free. So it's a little different. Okay? I stand that people need to quit, or I hate it when people put everybody in a box. You got the bad guys and you got the good guys. 3 of the police officers that I know personally should have been in the penitentiary before they ever got out of the academy. They didn't get caught. They're, as far as I know, they're on the straight and narrow right now. But the only difference is they didn't get caught. One of them, the only reason he didn't go to jail was because he had a wealthy relative. So there's that. We're all Americans or we're not. I stand against the natural born law. They need to reword that. It needs to be specified that you are born a citizen in the United States if you are born to a citizen of the United States. You can't fly in from Jamaica 9 months pregnant on a 2-week visa, have the baby, and then have the baby be a citizen of the United States. The natural born citizen thing was put in to keep the Democrats from preventing freed slaves from voting or having rights to own property or travel freely, or it was one of the first civil rights documents ever done. It was to prevent white supremacists from ruining the lives of black folks. And now the Democrats use it to get more people over here to live in poverty so they can ruin their lives. Which their lives would be 100 times better here than at home because they get everything for free. They're not making any more money here than they would be at home. But here, they get help. So, yeah. I'm against that, too. Something else I stand for is that the food stamp, welfare people, and the income tax people should, by law, be required to cross-check numbers. That would stop 80% of the food stamp fraud overnight. Stop 80% of the tax fraud, too. So, that's some of the things I stand on. This is America. Either you're a patriot to the United States of America or you're not. Being willing to stand with everybody that has the same political view as you is not being a patriot. That's where I stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Those beliefs make you a patriot. That's what I'm. So no flag. I'm not that serious on much of it. Do not tread on me. Come and take it. I have a right to own a firearm. I have a right to use the firearm to defend myself and my country. God will understand. The thou shalt not murder says murder, not kill. That's about it. I always ramble and talk too long. I'm still out. Don't die. That's something else I still. Staying alive.